Anyone who has ever met me will tell you I've always wanted to win one of these guys. To even be nominated would be great. So, can you imagine what it was like for an actor to be nominated twice in the same year? Well, that happened 12 times, and in some years, the actor lost both times in the same night. Oy, I couldn't handle that. Oh, I'm Michael, aka Oscar Man, and I'm going to show you all 12 performances and ask you to share your thoughts on whether the right performance won, and with the five who lost twice, should they have won both, once, or neither? Lots to go over. So let's begin with Jessica. In 1982, Jessica Lange received her first two Oscar nominations. In the Best Actress category, her intense performance as Frances Farmer brought her great reviews, if not much attention at the box office.
You get out of my way! You... Get out of my way, old woman! Get out of my way! I swear to God! You follow me this time! Mama! I will fucking kill you!
Now, as you all know, Lange might have won in another year, but she found herself up against marvelous Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice. So everyone knew how that was going to go. Fortunately for Lange, she was in another film that year. As Julie in Tootsie, Jessica Lange was called upon to play a character that was, let's just say, much lighter than Frances Farmer.
I remember her helping me pick out this wallpaper. I'd chosen one with great big purple flowers on it. And she said to me, just remember that once you choose it, it's going to cover the walls of your room for a long, long time. So I tried to imagine what those big purple flowers were going to look like on all the walls of my room. Every night when I was falling asleep and every morning when I was getting dressed.
Tootsie was a critical and box office success, and despite some very strong competition in the supporting actress category, Lange sailed through to her first Oscar win. Now, I don't want to repeat myself, but for the sake of those checking out my channel for the first time, I am in complete disagreement about the Academy's choice. I mean, Terry Garr, Lange's co-star, would have been a better winner, though if I had a ballot, my check mark would have been placed next to Glenn Close's name for her outstanding performance in The World According to Garp. So here's the question I'll ask you throughout the video. Did the Academy honor the right performance? Jamie Foxx is one of only two actors who were nominated twice in the same year and won in one category. As legendary singer Ray Charles, Foxx was the favorite to win in lead actor.
You slip is hanging. You've been hanging out with us country boys too much, man. Hey, look, don't worry about this, man. If this monkey gets too heavy on my back, man, I will get an organ grinder, man, and put him to work.
Jamie Foxx had appeared in a dozen films prior to his double whammy in 2004, though at that time I remembered him most for his comedic work in the TV series In Living Color. Foxx was also nominated the same year for his performance as Max opposite Tom Cruise in the thriller Collateral.
What do you think I like coming in here? But hey, shit happens. Gotta roll with it. Adapt. Darwin, I Ching. The fat man, the penthouse guy, the jazz man. That leaves two.
Because Collateral was released before Ray and made more money at the box office, Jamie Foxx had proven himself to be a reliable film actor, as well as demonstrating his ability to do strong dramatic work. Could he have been the first actor to win two Oscars in the same year? Well, maybe. But there was a little film called $1 Million Baby featuring Morgan Freeman, also nominated for supporting actor. And as you know, he won. Because of this, the Academy likely figured that Foxx would easily win Best Actor, so they spread the wealth that year. I'm going to save a very unusual year that fits in this topic for last, but there is also another unusual situation that I'll talk about now, and that is Barry Fitzgerald, the only actor in Oscar history to be nominated twice in the same year for the same performance. In 1944's Best Picture winner Going My Way, Fitzgerald was nominated as lead and supporting actor for his role as Father Fitzgibbon.
No, it's not possible. The bishop may have a grudge against me. He may think I've a mouthful of clover and can't preach. But even the bishop wouldn't do a thing like this.
Now, I know a lot of you like to talk about category fraud, but I don't know how to address that in this case. Going My Way's running time was 126 minutes. Lead actor winner Bing Crosby was in the film for 63% versus Fitzgerald's 40%. But more important than Fitzgerald's category misplacement, how did the scenario actually happen? Well, at that time, there were no rules preventing an actor to be nominated twice for the same performance. But Barry Fitzgerald's Best Supporting Actor win changed all that, because following this, the Academy amended the rules so that the actors branch had to choose in which category a single performance could be placed. And that, perhaps, is why you have seen many actors nominated for supporting when they were actually in leading roles. Sigourney Weaver is an actress who had the dubious distinction of being nominated twice in the same year and went home empty-handed. First, as lead actress, Weaver was nominated for her performance as real-life primatologist Diane Fossey in 1988's Gorillas in the Mist.
What about the rest of the group?
They got away.
Weaver received great reviews and an expected Best Actress nomination. She also appeared in the comedy Working Girl as imperious Catherine Parker.
Vielen, vielen Dank. Sie sind mein Süßer. Gut, bis heute Abend dann. Also, ciao. It's this tower room with a canopy bed and a fireplace big enough to stand in. Perfect. Everything's in place.
Sigourney Weaver had the advantage of playing two very different characters and was favored to win in the supporting category. But much to our collective disappointment, she lost to Gina Davis in The Accidental Tourist. And even though Weaver found herself among some pretty strong competition in that category, many thought if she lost for Working Girl, she would win her Oscar in lead actress. Weaver certainly looked like she believed that. Take a look at her reaction when Jodie Foster was announced as the winner for The Accused. Interestingly, Sigourney Weaver won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a rare three-way tie, sharing the award with Jodie Foster. By the time 1992 rolled around, Al Pacino was already a six-time nominee and loser. The Academy decided to make it up to him with two nominations that year, the first as supporting actor for Glengarry Glen Ross.
Jim, anything you want it, you got it. You understand? This is me. Something upset you. Yes. Sit down now. Sit down. You tell me what it is. Am I gonna help you fix it? You goddamn right I am. Sit down.
In this comedy drama about real estate mavens, Pacino, though top billed, was pushed for supporting, and the Academy obliged. He lost again, this time to Gene Hackman in Unforgiven. But no worries, Oscar wasn't going to send Pacino home without a statue because they chose to award him for his role as Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade in Scent of a Woman.
Hair. They say the hair is everything, you know. Have you ever buried your nose in a mountain of curls? Just wanted to go to sleep forever. Or lips. And when they touched yours were like that first swallow of wine after you just crossed the desert.
I know I don't need to say this, but I will. I'm happy that Al Pacino was an Oscar winner. I doubt many would deny him that. But the fact remains that the Academy didn't think it necessary to award him for The Godfather, Serpico, The Godfather Part 2, Dog Day Afternoon, or And Justice for All, instead bestowing film's top honor for his work in Scent of a Woman. I'll leave you with that. You know what's interesting? Of the 5 actors who were nominated 2 times in the same year yet lost twice, all were women. And here's another. In 2002, Julianne Moore's performance as Kathy Whitaker in Far From Heaven landed her a spot in lead actress.
I'm terribly sorry for speaking to you in that manner. I didn't know who was in my yard.
Oh, no need.
How is your father? I know he was in the hospital.
Yes, well, my father's passed away, I'm afraid.
Oh, I had no idea.
Moore received a slew of nominations in the various critics' awards, and some believe that this was one of her finest performances and the one that would get her an Oscar. I thought Renee Zellweger in that year's Best Picture winner Chicago was going to claim the prize, but the Academy chose Nicole Kidman for The Hours, the second film for which Moore received a nomination.
Later that night, I made a plan. The plan was I would leave my family when my second child was born. And that's what I did. I got up one morning, made breakfast, went to the bus stop, got on a bus. I'd left a note.
Yeah, I know this one doesn't make any sense, as Julianne Moore's character of Laura Brown was on screen more than Kidman. Apparently that didn't matter because she lost again, this time to Catherine Zeta-Jones in Chicago. Going back to 1938, Fay Bainter won the Academy Award as Best Supporting Actress for her role as Aunt Belle in Jezebel.
I declare, I hope Press doesn't come.
He will.
But you leave.
Now, Dumpling, don't you fret about Press. I've been training him for years.
Like with that man-killing horse you bought.
Press was outrageous. He had no right to tell me what I could ride and what I couldn't.
The horse showed you what you couldn't. You broke your collarbone and your engagement.
And they both mended.
Did she deserve to win for this performance? Or was the Academy being kind so as not to piss off her co-star Bette Davis, with whom she was nominated against as lead actress for her role as Hannah in the same year's White Banners?
If you think it's something you can set to a Sunday school tune, you just try it. You make a resolution that when people revile you, defraud you, persecute you, that you just smile back and take it on the chin. Make that the fixed rule of your life. Never to quarrel or fight with anybody, no matter what they do to you. And you'll find out you tackle something with more teeth in it than any Sunday school, did he?
Now, can you imagine if Bainter lost for the same film in which she appeared opposite Bette Davis and then won Best Actress instead? Luckily for everyone involved, both actresses won, and Davis's second Best Actress win was pretty much a no-brainer that year. It might also have been considered a no-brainer that Cate Blanchett would win for one of the 2 performances for which she was nominated in 2007. For playing Bob Dylan, Jude Quinn, Blanchett received her 3rd Supporting Actress nomination.
Was a piece.
You know, saying cause of peace is just like saying it was like a hunk of butter. You know, I don't know how you can listen to anybody who wants you to believe is dedicated to the hunk and not the butter.
I'm not sure I follow.
You know, I didn't come out of some cereal box.
The Academy chose Tilda Swinton and Michael Clayton, much to Swinton's surprise, and mine. Now, over at Lead Actress, Blanchett was in the running for the 2nd time, both in the category and for playing Queen Elizabeth I, in Elizabeth, the Golden Age.
You will leave my presence, sir. Go back to your rat hole. Tell Philip I fear neither him, nor his priest, nor his armies. Tell him if he wants to shake his little fist at us, we're ready to give him such a bite he'll wish he'd kept his hands in his pocket.
However, she knew, as we all did, that Julie Christie was going to win for Away From Her. I think Blanchett's reaction to the announcement of Marion Cotillard in La Vie en Rose spoke, at least for me. Mrs. Miniver was the Oscar favorite back in 1942, winning 6 out of its 12 nominations, including Best Picture. One of those Oscars went to Teresa Wright, winning Best Supporting Actress as Carol.
I know how comfortable it is to curl up with a nice fat book full of big words and think you're going to solve all the problems of the universe. But you're not, you know. A bit of action is required now and then.
Action? Well, if that's what you and your class are asking for, maybe you'll get it one of these days.
Maybe. Not from the talkers.
I thought this was another one of those okay performances that got swept up in the love of the film overall. In Pride of the Yankees, Wright was nominated for lead actress for her role as Lou Gehrig's wife, Eleanor.
Well, let's eat.
Oh, why, Lou, aren't you going to ring the bell for me?
What did you like to eat, huh?
Oh, I'm really not so hungry. Go ahead and try it.
Well, all the time you've been here, you've been saying how hungry you were.
Well, I must have waited too long then, because I'm not hungry now.
I think she was much stronger here, but just like with Fay Bainter, Wright was competing against her co-star, Greer Garson. And, like Bette Davis, Garson won. Was the Academy in some sort of pattern with actresses in the early years? Scarlett Johansson is the most recent actress to receive dual nominations in the same year. In 2019, I'll be familiar, ScarJo was up for supporting actress as Rosie Betzler in Jojo Rabbit.
Sorry, kid. Jojo. I know you miss me, but I'm out there trying to make a difference in the world. And while I'm gone, I need you to take care of my Rosie. Can you do that?
Yes, Dad.
Thanks. She's doing what she can.
I thought Johansson was great in this film. I even voted for her at SAG. But the runaway favorite that year was Laura Dern in Marriage Story. ScarJo's second chance that night was for lead actress in, that's right, Marriage Story.
A huge opportunity.
Fighting for something you don't even want. You're being so much like your father.
Do not compare me to my father.
I didn't compare you to him. I said you were acting like him.
You're exactly like your mother. Everything you're complaining about her, you're doing. You're suffocating Henry.
First of all, I love my mother. She was a wonderful mother.
Just repeating what you told me.
Secondly, how dare you compare my mothering to my mother? I may be like my father, but I am not like my mother.
She was excellent in that film as well. I'm happy she earned her first 2 Oscar nominations that year. But Best Actress belonged to the performance that won practically every award, Renee Zellweger as the one and only Judy. Before I get to that really interesting year I mentioned earlier, I want to thank you for watching this video. The Oscars are sometimes a paradox, perhaps evidenced by the various scenarios I've shared with you here, and I'm happy to have found others who will take the journey with me. After the film concludes with a great film comeuppance moment, will you please click the like button? And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, join our amazing community of self-described Oscar nerds with a new video each week, as well as casting your vote in the daily polls. What was going on in 1993? Not one, but 2 actresses were nominated twice. Emma Thompson landed in lead actress for her performance as Miss Sarah Kenton in The Remains of the Day.
It's the new girl, of course. But I find it has not been dusted in some time.
I'll see to it, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. I knew you would have wanted to be informed, Miss Kenton.
Thompson won in the category the previous year for Howard's End, and she wasn't going to win again because of... Okay, wait on that. As attorney Gareth Pierce, Thompson's supporting nomination was for In the Name of the Father.
In return for the innocent blood spilled on the streets of Guildford, and by God, you've got
making a political speech. This is outrageous.
You've got the blood of Giuseppe Conlon, you've got the lifeblood of Carol Richardson, and you've got 15 years of blood and sweat and pain from my client, whose only crime, what it was that he was bloody well Irish, and he was foolish, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She lost to 11-year-old Anna Paquin in The Piano. Speaking of The Piano, and try to stay with me, Holly Hunter was the second actress with 2 nominations in 1993. The first was lead actress, which she won for The Piano. I know I'm getting dizzy too. Her supporting actress nomination was a result of her performance as Tammy in The Firm.
Okay, we're finished. That's it. I gotta get these out to the boat.
The boat? What boat?
Oh, man. Later on, there's some stuff I gotta tell you about what Mitch is doing.
Tell me now, Tammy, what?
Get the damn keys back in his pants and get out of there before he wakes up.
Hunter lost that category to Anna Paquin in, you know. Are you still with me? If so, please share your thoughts on whether the Academy got it right in these 12 cases or how you would have voted. I appreciate and admire your stamina in keeping up with this one. And until we meet again, here's what many of us have wanted to say to our boss at one time or another.
Orin, this is a simple misunderstanding, and you cannot...
I can and I will. Now get your... what did you call it?
Bony ass.
Right. Bony ass out of my sight.